Yo, Kitty, where you at?
I'm high as fuck, high as fuck. Everybody stop stressing, ready to shut my blessing. In the smoking session.
Bankroll Nation, stand up and count your blessings. This is Jacob Vibes. I hope everybody having a positive day. No matter what you go through, stay positive no matter what. I know life can be hard, but I'm about to get started. First off, man, I'm talking about Verzuz. Verzuz was dope. Um, Everybody keeps saying who won. I don't think it. I think it's a win for hip hop. It's a win for the city, man, because a lot of people died behind that little beef. I ain't gonna say little but beef. A lot going on that I found out about. The things that going on with No Limit and Cash Money that I ain't gonna speak on. But shout out to them, man. I see Master P just dropped the album on the day after Versus. I listened to it. It was dope. I could tell he's trying to bring back the early days of No Limit with the type of vibe he on. And shout out to Snoop Dogg, of course. Shout out to everybody in No Limit. I know one of them have a podcast. I forgot who it was. One of them, shout out to Mac. Dude still doing music. To me, I feel like Mac is probably the best lyricist out of No Limit. Uh, but Cash Money, shout out to Cash Money, man. I wish Lil Wayne and Turk would have been there. But Birdman gonna be Birdman. Uh, Juvenile still doing his thing. BG coming out with 2 or 3 albums soon. Uh, I just hope they all get together one day on Cash Money, and hopefully you see them on stage again like you did like earlier in last year, or either 2023, something like that. Um, shut and heard that they're going on tour. That's very exciting. Cash Money No Limit tour. That's gonna be crazy. Hopefully you get to see everybody. Oh yeah, I forgot. Shout out to Mystical and C Murder. They locked up still. Uh, it was a dope one. Everybody keeps saying No Limit one. I would say presentation wise, No Limit got that shit. And like they always wearing army shit. Some came out just wearing all black. Uh, League Guitar Master P orchestrated all of that. Um, I feel like they got hits. They have a hella hits. Like there was songs that they played. I was like, I expected that. Like songs like "Say or It Ain't My Fault," "Die for My Niggas" and "Chopper Style." Okay. Then they had other hits. Like honestly, that was time. Like I feel like if they would have did like a 20 each, 20 songs each, or at least 30, it probably would have been different. Like, they probably would have had more space between Cash Money and No Limit. But Cash Money most likely beat them with the songs, but the thing that fucked them up was the fact that Turk and Lil Wayne weren't there. Um, it's too much speculation with the shit with Turk and I guess the whole crew, but hopefully they get that shit together. I don't even pay attention to what's going on the internet, man, with the negativity with Wayne and Turk not being there, which is crazy. You just never know what somebody is going through, or you don't know what going on behind the scenes of like each side. So, people gonna assume shit. Now we're gonna switch gears. Oh, before I switch gears, they had, you kind of thinking now like, okay, they had the Locks and Dipset versus, and then they had Cash Money and No Limit versus. What got me thinking is like, okay, what if they get some type of workout and do like a Rough Riders Murder Inc. type of versus? I hope that happened, but then again, it probably wouldn't happen because on Murder Inc. side, it's not gonna be the same with Irv Gotti not being in. Rest in peace to him. And then most of them not really seeing for real, for real. Rough Riders and they probably say the same thing. They're not gonna feel the same with they're not gonna feel the same for real with DMX not being there. Rest in peace to him. Then it's probably would have been felt a little awkward because Irv Gotti started off with Rough Riders. Then he had his own shit with Murder Inc. So, but that still would have been a dope versus. Everybody would say like Rough Riders would won that, but a lot of people don't know. Like Murder Inc. do got some street anthems. Like a lot of people just hear this R&B and all this other shit, but they got street anthems too that people never thought like. You probably heard it before, but you probably think like, "Oh, I didn't know that was them. I didn't know that person was part of Rough Riders, or I didn't know this person was a part of Murder Inc." So it would be an interesting versus, but it would be dope. But now, about to switch gears. MTV made an announcement that they canceled Ridiculousness after 14 years. I was very surprised. That's one show that I never thought they would cancel. Like literally, I thought they was gonna keep going until Rob was like, "Yeah, I'm done making new episodes." But shout out to Rob and Eric, and shout out to the whole producers or whoever was paying tribute and doing what they had to do to make that show funny and crazy at the same damn time. There's there's rumors that Rob was thinking about like making a couple more seasons and be done, but the counseling part came out of nowhere for sure. Uh, WWE superstar Seth Rollins finally got an update. He had to sustain a real bad shoulder injury, had to get surgery, and he gonna end up being out for 6 months. So he could possibly miss WrestleMania. He might make it to WrestleMania. We just never know. It really depends on how bad the shoulder injury is. But I mean, obviously it's bad. He gotta get surgery, but it really depends on what part of the shoulder and how long that he gotta do rehabilitation to it and all that. And shout out to Austin Reaves from the Lakers. This dude taking over. Like now, everybody keeps saying they ain't Luka or LeBron team. That's his team. Nah, I think Austin Reeves is one of those people that I don't think he's a role player, but he's a clutch player, and he's finally finding his full potential. And I would say, shout out to all the rookies, man. They playing like they ain't. It's not their rookie season. Uh, the NBA is pretty tough, and I'm looking forward to see how the NBA Cup tournament gonna be because it's gonna be a crazy ass season from then to like All Star break where everybody playing their ass off. Like it's crazy. I'm enjoying it though, for real. And last but not least, I get tired of getting asked this: the music career. Don't keep it short and sweet. Done. I have my reasons why I'm done. I enjoy my time. And don't get me wrong, like I'm at peace, like really at peace making that decision. So it's not like I was being passive or impulsive of making that decision. I just know in my heart it was like it's not fun no more. And then it's like the things I went through on the business side. Uh, I'm not the type that would pit people out there. I just let it be and just stay positive stuff. But I end up gaining a new type of passion, and I'm love doing this shit right here. And I enjoy my time with this music, with the music shit. I really do. I'm not gonna be the type that just release like release shit every once in a blue moon. I mean, I'm done. I'm done. Like the only way like that would change if I end up somebody end up coming out of nowhere asking me to perform, as on one of those songs. Like that's the only way that will probably come up. But as far as like making new records and all that, yeah, I'm done. But I will make one announcement though that I am featured on a good friend of mine's album. He passed away like in 2020. One of his good friends, which is a good friend of mine as well in the music industry, shout out to Killer Tony. I made mine with Hustler with. And he hit me up to join the album that he's doing the collaboration with our late friend. Uh, Shout out to the Jinxter, man. Miss you, bro. He I would say this, like, dude was just reaching his full potential, yo, and passed away, like randomly. But I will be on his album, and that will most likely be the last new shit that y'all will hear from me. But at the same time, never say never. But I don't want to be one of those type of people that just be like, I'm done, and then just come back. When I'm saying I'm done, man, I'm done. Um, it was fun though. Wow, too at the same time, but it was fun. Um, Throughout different experience, I had a chance to learn about myself from on a music perspective of how I carry myself, like business side, and how I carry myself just from writing lyrics. Um, but if I ever come back in the music industry, I will most likely be a songwriter. No lie, I'll be a songwriter. Overall, I'm, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I'm chilling. I'm enjoying this new dream, man. And being a podcaster and communicating with people, be like their therapist and stuff, it keeps me level headed. Music was more like my therapy. My therapy. Yeah, after a while, yeah, it became a passion, but I realized that that passion became something because it helped ease my mind for sure. It it helped ease my mind. It helped me get away. It helped me from not being with their addiction. I feel like, but at the same time, like it's still some way, shape, or form led me into the addiction that I have that I ain't gonna speak on maybe until like next episode or something like that. Whenever it comes to mind. But other than that, man, I'm blessed. Um, I remember I had this conversation with shout out to All World, man. He's actually my cousin. He's a podcaster. He do a fantasy football podcast. I remember I talked to him about it. He was like, man, whatever makes you happy, he was like, just make sure it's best for you. And I ain't gonna say like other stuff that we talked about. But yeah, he gave me a different outlook of life because you know being a hip hop artist, you ain't gonna be. I mean, some people can do it forever, but that hip hop artist money ain't gonna last forever. that career could possibly not gonna last forever. It's not thinking negative. You just speaking reality. It really depends on. I ain't nobody like J. Cole or Kendrick or Lil Wayne or anybody like that. Like that's what I mean. So, but I do have a better chance of doing this podcast shit than music shit. And I don't want to like randomly just make music and I'm not giving my all to y'all. That'll be unfair to y'all. And I ain't gonna be the type of nigga that just sit there and just release my anger and just delete all my shit. I'm not gonna do that. All my shit will still be on all platforms. All my shit will still be on SoundCloud and Audio Mac and all and any other shit. And raw man, that's all y'all need to know. Everything else is keep to myself as far as like the music career. But that door closed. And this is the new beginning right here. Now, I will say this. Sometimes you can lead into something that you think is your passion, but not your calling. Or you could end up running to something that's temporarily, that might be your calling, but it's really not your calling. So please don't let that go over your head. Um, I've been told, sometimes I feel like me doing this shit was like being a people pleaser because I was been drained and didn't want to do music shit no more. At this point, like that my last year of doing it, I was just doing it for y'all. Um, and then after that, I just disappeared. If I would have talked about it and said I'm done, I know my DMs would be crazy and they'd be like, "You don't give up." I had to do me, man. I had to think best for me. Now, uh, now I got that out the way. Hopefully nobody don't really ask me about it no more. Like for real. Which I don't mind people still asking me about it, but it's like I'm worrying about the current. I ain't worrying about past shit. Uh, But overall, man, I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Hopefully everybody do the wake and bake and scream on said bankroll. And hope everybody have a positive day, man. Stay positive, and that's it for me. Bankroll.